Welcome to another episode of our series. Now, we're focusing on a new series, and in this series, we're going to be discussing about Pythons. So, we're going to understand the concepts that are used in Python programming language and the use of Python, specifically where Python is mostly used. Python is a dynamic programming language as well as object oriented programming language that you can use Python in uh, software development as well as data science. Now, with that said, I will focus mostly on the programming side of Python, where you can use Python in your programming uh, and writing scripts that you need uh, to be automated. So, majorly, we're going to be focusing as a developer in Python, and I'm going to take you through the basics of what we're supposed to cover as Python developers. Now, the first thing that I'm going to take you through is a course outline on how you can grow your skills as a Python developer. And the first thing that you need is you need to understand data structures. Data structures is how you structure your data, and algorithms as well. They're going to be helping you to solve complex and simple solutions, problems rather, and provide you with a solid solutions. So with that said, in this particular one, we're going to discuss about different data types that are used in Python programming language. Now, regardless of whether you're doing data structures or you're doing software development, you need to have understanding of data structures and the algorithms. So in our outline, we will check in different data types that are used in Python, and the difference. Some data types are very close to each other. For example, list and tuples are very similar, but we're going to get the similarities and the differences in attributes that distinguish each and every data type from each other. So our first data type that we're going to talk about is a list. Now remember, a list, in other words, you can call them an array. So there are different type of lists, and I'm going to generalize about lists. So we have list, we have linked list. In further, we discussed all those in our JavaScript video. If you've not looked at that, you can go back to where we began our journey. You'll see and data structures in JavaScript. So we're going to discuss about lists, tuples, data types, sets, strings, collections, dictionaries, logs in Python, JSON, that is JavaScript object or object notation. So it's a lightweight format that is used to transfer data between the routes in uh, a server and the user from the database. So we're going to understand the JSON um, in Python. We're going to understand iter tools, the functions of iter tools, and the inner tools modules that they are defined as collections of tools for handling iterators. Yeah. Uh, we're going as well to look as function arguments. We have the key arguments and function arguments. So those are parameters, but we're going to look at them uh, in a broader perspective so that we can understand how parameters work in Python. Then we are going to talk about lambda functions in Python. We're going to understand what lambda functions is and how lambda function is a one-line function that can be called within one line in Python. So we call that a lambda function. We're going to look at that, and also we have lambdas as well uh, in JavaScript. If you go to a framework like React, you'll understand that a hook is a function, is a one-line function. So it's more or less the same as a lambda function in Python. Take a note of that. Then we're going to look at exemptions. Exemptions. When you're operating a condition and you want to terminate the condition, you have to use exemptions. So an exemption is a program that terminates an activity or um, an event whenever there is an error or such kind of exemptions, such as the syntax of the code. Then we're going to discuss about the module random numbers, how to generate random numbers, and different ways of generating random numbers. Yeah. Then we will look at decorators. We have decorators and generators. We're going to understand the difference between the decorators and generators, and how to use decorators, when to use decorators, how to decorate your function, because mostly decorators are called on your function, as well as the generators, whereas the decorators, you can call them inside the method as well. We will understand multiprocessing and multi-threading in Python. Remember, in object-oriented programming, we have multi-threading. That is the difference between the multi-threading or thread that is running more than one thread can run on a program. So we can have like 8 threads in a program, and for you to understand that, we're going to define them and we're going to give examples of each and every one of them, so that you can have a good view of what multi-threading is all about. What else? In JavaScript there is no multi-threading, but there's the asynchronous, and we have asynchronous functionalities where the event loops are called asynchronously, where an event is waits another event to finish through a process called thread. Uh, we're going to talk about multi-threading as well. Yeah, as we've just differentiated between multi-threading and multiprocessing, but we just highlighted on them. We will look into them in depth. I think those are the most areas that we're going to look at from data structures in Python, and uh, just stay with me through the series that we're going to start in our next episode, and I'm going to take you through this whole process, and I'm sure you're going to get a thing or two where we're going to grow our skills in Python programming as a developer and automation developer as well. I'll see you there.